Yo guys, what is going on? It is Invin here, and today what I am bringing to you all is a bit of a community news roundup, some cool suggestions that I've seen on the forums, and as you can see by the title of this first post here, the New World Combat Academy summary, which I have actually been a part of, and it's been very, very cool. So I kind of wanted to bring you all up to speed with the latest and greatest and bring some of these suggestions to the forefront of what I've wanted to talk about for a while. These are some suggestions I've had in different ways myself and have looked on the forums, and they've got quite a bit of gravity around them. So I wanted to bring it to your attention, see what's going on, and keep you up to date with what is happening in the community, as I do feel that is an important part of the game and it's really, really cool to see. So before we jump into today's video, if you haven't already done so, please do make sure that you go down below and drop a subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on, as it massively helps to support me and my content. And if you enjoyed today's video, find these type of things useful, keeping you up to date with the latest news and events around New World, then please drop me a like as well, as it obviously helps me massively and really supports the algorithm here on YouTube as well. Without further ado, let's jump into the first post. So as you can see, it says the New World Combat Academy. This one is a pretty big one, and basically what has happened is it's been a collaboration between the players and the social team over at New World. And what has happened is they've been kind of retweeting, commenting, liking, and interacting with all of these different posts, mainly over on Twitter, but also on TikTok and Instagram, using the hashtag New World Combat Academy, which you guys can see in the text just here. Oh, I've highlighted everything. Just this one right here on Twitter, which was really, really popping off, and it was actually pretty cool. Now, you can kind of check out all of the different posts by clicking onto this, so I will leave this post linked in the description of today's video. But essentially, they were retweeting videos and such, and yeah, basically, I've created a few videos over the past couple of weeks based around some PvP content. Use this hashtag, they've retweeted it, and they've also made a curated Combat Academy playlist, which is on their YouTube channel, and this is very, very cool indeed. So as you guys can see here, this is the playlist which is on the Play New World official channel. You can go ahead and check it out for yourself if you would like to. You can basically see here all of the videos, so big shout out to all of the other creators that have got themselves involved with this as well. But as you can see, there I am with this one, and I'm also down here again with this video. A lot of you guys may have already seen this, but I thought it was very, very cool, and I wanted to give you all a big shout out for your support, because that is the reason, of course, we're involved in this. And a huge shout out to Amazon Game Studios and the New World team for this, because it is very, very cool indeed. So like I said, I will leave this link down below if you want to check out the playlist. It is, of course, linked, so you can check out some other creators' videos as well. And if you want to look through the hashtag on Twitter, where they've kind of got all of the content compiled, then you can go ahead and do that as well. It's very, very cool indeed, and I really enjoyed this, so big shout out to those guys for that one. Now, it also goes on to explain a bit about the PTR and how you can get involved with the new features and access to those, which is, of course, downloading the PTR through Steam and getting yourselves on there. If you guys haven't tried the arenas, you certainly should. They're a lot of fun, but that is it for this post. We're going to move into some community posts now, which are very, very exciting suggestions. So as you guys will be able to see from the title of this post in the top left corner, add Transmogs to the game. We all know what's going on here. We've all seen this a ton of times. We did get a response from a community moderator that said, this is a commonly requested feature. However, as a small question, they'd like to ask how they'd like it to be implemented, whereas you have to have something in your inventory or your bank to clone it, or whether you can just, as soon as you've collected that item, apply that skin to any subsequent item. Personally, I much prefer the second version. I would just like it that once you've kind of acquired an item with that skin on, or with that kind of aesthetic to it, that you can then apply that to any other subsequent weapon of the same variety or armor, etc., that you get throughout the course of New World. I would love for Transmogs to be added. I think it's a very, very cool feature. It'd be really cool if it costs Azoth to do it, so it's like 10-20 Azoth per piece, and you use the Azoth to magically change the appearance, keeps it in with the lore of the story, gives another use to Azoth, and of course would be something that a lot of players would super, super enjoy. I know myself personally, I'd be very invested. All of the community that I play with would really enjoy this, and I know a lot of you guys here in my community on YouTube have been asking about this for a long time, so hopefully we can start to see that. You can see that this response was the 5th of March, so it was quite a long time ago, so hopefully we could be seeing this at some point in the future. But I just wanted to bring it up as more of a point of, this has been looked at, has been being looked at. Let's hope we can kind of get a bit more traction onto it and get this going, because I would really like to see that. Now, this next post here is quite an interesting one indeed. I stumbled across this a couple of days ago whilst I was having a look on the forums, and it's something that really caught my eye to be in this video. and it is the increased group sizes for open world PvE. Essentially, they're saying when we do things like the elite chest runs, which we have upwards of 20-30 people, most servers, of course not everybody, but most servers will have that when they do a big run together, usually do it on the same day each week, etc. And it's a very, very cool community aspect. They're saying, well, maybe we should be able to have, 10, 15, 20 people in one group so that it's less splits for the gold and XP drops, etc. Because, of course, the more groups that hit the same mob, the less chance you have of getting those drops. So it's down to the most damage. Whereas if you could have 10 or 15 players in, you'd only have maybe 3, 4, 5 groups hitting it, and therefore you have a much better chance at getting those drops, which I actually think would be super, super cool, even if they made it so it was only PvE, so you had to be in PvE mode, PvP turned off in order to get this. I think that would be really, really cool. Now, the response from this was, it's a fair suggestion, what would you like to see, what's the most ideal maximum amount of people in one group for open world, and they responded, the OP responded, that is, with 20 would be a good idea. Lots of people kind of responded to that, basically agreeing, saying around 15 or 20 people in a group would be manageable, but would still be a lot of fun and would make these expedition kind of as a big group around the world of a tournament in the open world scenario only, very, very cool. Now, if they did implement this as well, it would mean they've already got the groundwork there. If they were going to add in a version of open world bosses, you've got players could already group up to 15 or 20 players, and of course raids further down the line. They've got some groundwork there for bigger groups of players doing raids, so this could be a really, really cool feature. I would certainly love to see this, and it's something I've been talking about for a while, so I wanted to bring it all to you guys here, see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you like this, or do you like it as it is right now? Personally, like I said though, I think this will be a very cool addition. Now, this third and final community post here is called Grandstands for Arenas, and essentially they want viewing platforms in the arenas. Now, they got responded to again by the community moderator, asking whether they'd like it to be a friend invite session so you could watch your friends play it, or whether it'd be a more public thing. They responded saying they prefer a little bit of both. They could have the option maybe when you queue up, but more importantly, they'd like it public with the availability to bet on the winning team, similar to games like RuneScape, which I again think would be a very, very cool implementation. I don't think it should be rushed, so I'd prefer to see kind of the pre-season of the arenas go in now. If they're going to add public viewing in, maybe they could do that, but wait on the betting until we've got all of the kind of remaining issues ironed out. And once it's completely smooth, up and running, and hopefully we've got a ranked system. I really, really hope that Amazon add a ranked system to this. It's crucial for the success of it in the long term. Hopefully we get, like a month or so to get into it, see how it works, fix up any bugs, and then after that, let's get some rated or some ranked, whatever you want to call it, in there so that we can all grind for something in the arenas with a leaderboard. That would be amazing. And, it could even be cross-server leaderboards so we can see who's the best globally as well as who's the best on that server, region-wide, whatever. Just something where we can get ranks and we can level up those ranks by winning more games. It is what will keep this alive for a long, long time. And then betting on that could be really, really cool, especially when you start to see like the top players, the Masters division, if you will, of those players fighting it out. You could get involved. I think that would be really cool. But again, do let me know what you guys think. You don't have to agree with that. You could think it's a terrible idea. I just wanted to bring it up because it's something I've been thinking about, and this post perfectly encompasses that idea. What about getting people in for spectating, betting, etc.? So let me know what you guys think about that one as well. But that is going to be pretty much it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Hopefully you do enjoy this type of video where I keep you up to date with the latest community news and events from New World, always updated with kind of the latest stuff so that you're always on top of what is happening. I do think it's quite cool how they interact with the community from the developers and community mods side of things, as well as what the community comes up with themselves, because there's a lot of clever people here, a lot of really cool suggestions, and I really love seeing them on the forum. So I thought bring it to you guys, some of my favorites in a video, keeping you up to date with what's been responded to and therefore obviously passed on. It's pretty cool, so hopefully you do enjoy these. If you have enjoyed, please do be sure to drop a like and a subscribe down below, as both of those things massively help to support me and my content here on YouTube. And other than that, as always, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I will catch you again very, very shortly with a brand new upload. Take care, guys, and peace.